Whoa, that's super, super bright. What's up, everyone? My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around. Happy Wednesday. Is that a thing? It is July 21st. Welcome to the channel. Tonight I will be continuing the build on my Bandai Death Trooper model kit. If you are new to the channel, what I'm doing here tonight is building a model kit live, hanging out with everyone. Going to be a little bit music. You know, you got something to say, throw it in the comments. I'll get back at you. Today is July 21st, and this is the 21st day of the month where I'm trying to put out 31 days of content. Am I muted? Why is my phone blowing up? 31 days of content, and it's been a lot of fun so far. And, you know, learning about what works on the channel, what doesn't, what people are into, what kind of stuff I'm into. So that's been fun. At the same time, it's also been challenging, but at the same time, I think I've met a lot of really cool people who I get to interact with, and you know, we can just kind of hang out and do this kind of stuff. Maybe after this month is over and I'm not doing this every single day, I might add this into the rotation, something that's just like more one-on-one. If you're kind of because normally if it was just a regular month on Thursday at 9 p.m. I would be doing something called Unboxing Thursdays, where I'd open a bunch of toys because I have way too much, and I'd be opening it with a guest, a friend who also collects, and see what they're up to. But shout outs to everyone who's here tonight. Right now we have Terrence in the house, who I really got to get some of his prizes out to him. Tommy, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Tony Collector 10, Jonathan, Matt R, what's going on? What's up? Shout outs to the Butter Nation and the channel members. Thanks everyone for being here. Let's see. Tommy K says, not a good year for Toronto sports teams. What was the disappointment? Jays are disappointing tonight. They're fighting. They're battling. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. Anyone taking over unders on how long it takes for me to finish this build? Jeez. Shout outs to everyone who's also watching on Twitch right now. If you have Twitch, feel free to follow along there. That's twitch.tv/toyingaround. We've got over there Pauly, Myth, Primero, and Mackerson. Finkster 1229 is here, ready to see the progress on this Death Trooper. Oh boy. I'm aiming to finish this tonight, because I know that I've shown everyone that I bought K2SO for the next build, but my friend Mike, who you might be following on Instagram at Plastic Life, LYFE, because that's street spelling. He was at Toys R Us and he helped me find the R2-D2 kit, which, you know, it's one of the ones that it was one of my goals for sure. So he grabbed that for me. So really thankful to him. He lives down the street, so I picked it up from him, and that, you know, that'll be on the rotation. If I don't get to it in July, you know, should this be a regular thing? Let me know. Marcus is in the house. Mario Saavedra, what's going on? You've been putting in work. Yes, I've been. Billy Moon, what's going on, man? What's happening? Matt Logic 44, Salvador Sandoval. What? Oh shoot, there's a lot more people. Lots of people. No, it's cool. You know what? I can do that. I can show. Various is the picture. I mean, like, it's I've mentioned it before. And I'll be saying that a lot this month because I've been on here every day. So I'll be like, I've already said this. But you know, it's SDCC month. SDCC is this weekend. Should have been this weekend. So there's going to be a lot of toy news. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. And for somebody who's going to try to put out content for 31 straight days, you know, it'll be hard. It'll be hard to shut me up. RMD Collective, what's going on? I know you were watching that Milwaukee Bucks game last night. So I don't know if you can tell, my voice is a little bit hoarse, strained. Um, I I had a baseball game on Sunday, and the pitcher on the other team, it's just like every season, he just annoys the heck out of me, and it's not for no reason. Like it's just unsportsmanlike. He's not he'll strike somebody out, and it's not really like a good thing to be cheering and throwing it in the other team's face. But you know what? If I strike out, I get it. That's fine. But he'll be like, it'll be no outs, bases loaded. He'll get his first strikeout, whether he's up 1 run or down 6 runs. He'll go, yeah, let's go, to himself. His whole team is quiet because that shit is embarrassing. And that really pissed me off. So our pitcher got up to bat, and Darth Gutierrez, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm just letting everyone know why my voice is so weird. So our pitcher goes up to bat, and the bases are still full. And for everyone who doesn't follow baseball, it's when everyone is on base. And our pitcher hits a grand slam, a home run, clears all the bases, 4 runs. So what's the right thing to do? What's the right thing to do? I yell back as loud as I can, let's go! Let's freaking go, yeah! And I go from like normal voice to just I fully unleash. I can't even imitate what sound I made just now anymore because I can't go that high, because I was like, woo, yeah! And then my pitcher did it twice. Sorry, he hit a grand slam, and he hit a 2-run homer on the same dude. But still, he was just like, yeah. So you know what? Had to let this guy have it. Had to, And then when the game was over and we destroyed them, we kept it quiet, kept it classy. So you have to reciprocate, but also show them how it's done. Slams dunk, yeah. Well, I'll get to the model in a second. Primero, what do you mean? Where did my first go? On Twitch? I'm gonna look into that in a second. I have a Polymit says I have a Boba Fett model kit waiting in its box. Let's get to it. Find some time. There will be time. One thing that I've learned, this is the calendar right now for July. Everything up here that's been filled is everything that has happened so far, plus some things that are pre-planned. Other things, I have in motion. I either have them recorded and just find a date for it, or have something else going on. For example, all of a sudden next Wednesday, there's going to be a Marvel Hasbro Fan First Wednesday. So normally here we get to chat about that with my friends Troy and Jason. We did that last Friday, the 16th. So, all of a sudden I can throw something like that in there. So it's a good thing that I have the schedule open. What's today? It's 10 more days. I can do 10 more days, right? I can do 10 more days. Primero says Twitch is confusing. It is confusing, and it's taken me a long time, and I don't claim to actually know what I'm doing at all. So yeah, last week Thursday I had a chat with Brian Flynn from Super 7, which is a toy company. In case you don't follow toys and you're just here for the building stuff, that's cool too. But he's a really cool dude. I threw up a clip today onto YouTube. It's just basically a highlight if you don't want to watch the whole 2-hour chat. This is probably one of my favorite parts of that conversation, probably one of my favorite parts of any like unboxing Thursday conversation, just from somebody who's in the industry, what he's gone through, what he does, at the head of the company. Super 7's been around for 20 years. That's you don't get to that point by just winging it by fluke. So it's a lot of interesting stuff. So you can check out the clip, check out the full video if you like. Tomorrow I will be on with Nose Rain and Work More or Less. I have their Instagram links up in tomorrow's video. You guys should check them out. They're really, really great toy photographers, just next level stuff, ad worthy. So we're going to talk about a lot of photography tomorrow. Marcus said you had a video up today, and this is a live stream, so technically you can take a break tomorrow. No, it's one every day. I'm not gonna. I'm not. First of all, I'm not gonna cheat you guys with a highlight clip and call it one day's entry. It's crossed my mind, but no, I'm better than that. I feel like I can do it. But thank you, Marcus. I had considered that. Oh shoot! Shout outs to Polymyth. Thank you. Subscribed for 2 months. No, subscribed at tier 1. See, I don't even know what's going on with Twitch, but appreciate you. Thank you. I have some other people who followed recently. I don't know. Do I shout out people who followed while I'm offline? Sneep the Snoop, Blainer things. Oh, Blaine, awesome. Let's see. Darth Gutierrez says, "We got you. You can do 10 more days." Thank you, man. I think I've got some ideas still. It's crazy. I'll lay in bed and I'll think of ideas that where I can place it, what I can do. So it's just the challenge isn't. People ask me like, "Are you feeling burnt out?" My voice sounds like it is, but I'm good. It's thinking of content that somebody will want to see, and even if it is, it's like I'll put up a video of a Marvel Legend Taskmaster that came out last year. And you know what? It may not be. You know how the toy review game. It's like you got to be the first one out with the first review to get all the views. I know that video is not going to get all the views. It's late. It's like over a year late. But you know what? Black Widow movie just came out. I thought it would be relevant. So it doesn't always have to be the hottest video. Although I would like it to be that I do strive for quality, but it's just something that I enjoy doing, like a figure that I really like. So it's just finding which one to review. Let's see. Salvador Sandoval says that was a great interview. Thank you so much. I just asked the questions and he gave great answers. So you can call it an interview. He gave great responses. Polymyth, yeah, thank you. 2 months in a row, awesome. You thank you so much. Congratulations. Get out of here, Omega Weapon 13. I do not claim the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? Please. Please. All right, so one more matter to attend to really quickly. 10 more days. 10 more days is easy. And then what do I have? I have 3 of them already pre-scheduled. I know what I'm going to do, so it hopefully will be conquerable. I guess that's the word. Real quick, I just put up on my website touringaround.ca today pre-order for this Devourer of Worlds t-shirt. I'm wearing one right now. This was released like over a year ago, but with the new HasLab figure, HasLab Galactus coming out, I thought this would be a good time to give people a chance to grab this. Just because it was a one-time release that was pre-order only, like over a year ago, and people who missed out. It was the company was still growing at the time, so not everyone knew about it, not everyone saw it, but once they saw it, I think Robo has one, and Bug Nice, and all those really really great YouTube people who helped the brand before and continue to do so. But people who saw it, who missed the pre-order, like here's a chance to get it. Again, you have until August 8th to put in a pre-order, just so I know exactly what sizes I need to order for everybody. And that is all I have to say about that. Did I say 796 Studios in here earlier? He is. You can't say Slam's Dunk trademark. Did you spend money to trademark that, Mario? All right, let me turn this light on. Lights on. Man, once I get that loop deck, I can control the music for this. This is weird, but it has dials on either side, so you can control the music on either side uh, without even having to go into the app. You can control your music in Spotify, and that's just like part of the things it can do. Some of the things, part of the things doesn't make sense. Um, like for example, I can plug this thing into my computer, and if I'm editing photos in Lightroom, the dials on the left and right will automatically know what program I'm in for the whatever applications that they support. So it'll say like contrast, brightness, hue, whatever. Like you can just dial it with the dials. You don't have to tap each one on with your mouse and then drag, go too far, go to not enough. You can just use the dial, and then you can just switch in between each screen. You can switch the tabs at the bottom, 1 to 7 down there. If this song is boring, or if I need to fart, I could just I could just mute. I know Terrence knows. Terrence seems to think that every time I mute my mic, that's what I'm doing. I'm very self-conscious. Like if I have to cough or if I'm opening a box and I know it'll be really loud, I mute it out, and you can see me reach for my mic here. And I've seen Terrence go, "Oh, we know what Kevin's doing." I'm like, dude, can you not watch me so hard with that? But yeah, this is what I'm saving up for. It should make all of this much prettier, much easier, much more streamlined. Toy Malarkey, how are you doing? Another name that's recent that's been showing up a lot. I appreciate you. And I hope Nerdy Curious says, so no Elgato. So I know the Elgato Stream Deck is probably the most common one. You have your on-screen buttons, but I think that's what it does. That's like all it does. You can program everything. You can do macros. You can customize the pictures for each of the LED buttons, which is great. But Loop Deck has made previous little consoles like this, which are just for photo editing. It was geared towards photo editing, video editing, stuff like that. So then now, I guess they're either adapting or seeing that they already have this technology. We'll just configure it so that it also targets content creators. So I think I like the dials and the difference of the dials the combination of dials and buttons and all that stuff too. So Mario says, Loop Deck seems to be the best of both worlds, editing and streaming. Yeah. The problem was that if I use Elgato, which with the streaming software that I use, StreamYard, while StreamYard is very reliable and safe and easy, everything is web based. So the buttons on the Elgato are kind of they wouldn't be worth the money. I think my friend Mike at 796 Studios use it, and he's much more computer savvy, so he'll have each one set up with a bunch of short keys and macros, which is great if you know how to do that or if you want to put the time into it, but I don't. But when if I switch this over to Streamlabs OBS, I can do all of that in there. Now I also my secret for, it's not a secret, this is how I make my reviews. I record my reviews in Streamlabs OBS. So now if I'm recording something in OBS, I don't have to focus on how I'm holding a toy and looking at the camera and this and that, and then moving a mouse to be like, oh, put this music on or flip it to this screen, or I want to throw this banner or picture up. I could just have it all ready, press a button, and it works with Streamlabs OBS. So that's why I think it's more useful for me. Loop Deck, yeah, there you go. I like the look of the Loop Deck better. It's preference. I had the Elgato Stream Deck and I returned it. It's not a knock against it. It was very well built, and I really, really wanted it to work for me. But the responsible adult in me was like, this is $200 something sitting on your desk that's really not going to work that much for you. It says actually Mike is High School Creations. What did I say? Wait, what did I say? Whatever. It just depends how you are using the toy. What did I say? Why am I bothering to follow the chat when Toyrensu and Marcus are figuring out how I should mask my farts on live stream? Oh boy. Hey Bjorn, what's going on? Good morning, sir. How are you? Mike is 796 Studios. Oh, sorry. I think I looked on the screen. Whatever. Did everyone check out Yoko yesterday and her giveaway? She has 500 followers on Twitch. Congratulations to her. Now, where the heck am I on this? Helmet. How come the legs are here? Did I do this too early? No, body. This is good. Okay, now I need to do... Ooh, the pouches. Pretty. So this is my Star Wars gaming mat that I got from AliExpress for like $15. But it's so nice. And I thought it would look nice here on the build cam. So there we go. I ordered another one. It's a map from Super Mario on SNES. And that was many gaming consoles ago, so probably need those sprues, huh? Oh, watch this. Watch this. I know how to do stuff on Twitch now. Did that work? Yes. Shoutouts to Nerdy Curious coming through. Streaming on Twitch, their podcast. A couple days a week. Talking about geeky things, new shows and whatnot. I talk too much. My throat is... Oh, I should have used the mute button. What did I miss comment-wise? Did I see Yoko's video of the Mickey Super 7 video? Yeah, I saw it earlier, and then I took a nap because I was exhausted today. But it's cool. I mean, it looks fantastic. And after speaking to Brian, knowing that he was huge into vinyls, he went into Japan. That's a weird way to put it. He went to Japan. He visited Japan to buy vinyls when people were like, no, don't buy that stuff. It's trash. The store owners were like, it's trash. You need to stop buying this. He's like, no, this is what I like. I'm going to buy it. So, seeing that, knowing that history for him, and then knowing that, they have this Disney license, putting out a big ass Mickey vinyl is pretty cool. It's not for me though. It's, I've looked into kind of designer vinyls that I could stick back here and have it look nice, but it has to really, really pop out to me to invest in it for that reason, just because I'm used to playing with things and articulating them, posing them. And that one is a little bit out of my price range to have it just sit there. It looks gorgeous, but somebody out there will love. It's Disney. It'll sell. Somebody out there will love it. They also make one of those really tall Charlie Brown figures. I was going to say Charlie Brown's, and then I said figure. So I know it's not Charlie Brown's figures, but they make those too. And while those to me look, I'm just like, who's going to buy this? And I'm like, somebody will buy it. Johnny, who's a photographer, he's like, oh, this thing's awesome. He had fun shooting it. You know what? I'm not that invested in Charlie Brown, in Peanuts. So that's probably why. Matt Logic, thank you. Some of those butter emojis, those buttery emojis. Finkster 1229 says, "How is AliExpress? Is it just as sketchy as Wish, or are they not even comparable?" I'm assuming Wish is the same as like they're selling the same products as AliExpress. But AliExpress, like they know, where going in, it's just like stuff straight from factories in China. But the good part is that like if stuff doesn't show up in time, and this is not a scam that I try to take advantage of. It's you order something from AliExpress, they give you a set number of days for this item to show up. And if it doesn't show up by then, you can hit like report or whatever the phrasing is. Be like, I haven't got my stuff in that time. They'll look at it and then they'll refund you. And then if the stuff shows up, it shows up and it's yours. So I kind of, as long as you know what you're getting yourself into, like, hey, I'm going to buy this stuff. It may take over a month to get here. It may be less. Less, that's fine. More, I'm prepared. If it doesn't show up, I'm covered. They've been really good with refunding that stuff. So if you find something that you like, just don't. I think they do have name brand toys, but it's mostly like factory stuff, third party kind of things. Let me follow you. Oh, thanks. Going Geek followed you. Oh shit, 796 Studios. Thank you. Subscribe for 6 months at tier 1. Whoa. What's going on? Thank you, Mario, for the subs, man. Wait, where's the butter emojis? You gotta hit the. I'm gonna add some. Yeah, Mario says AliExpress is legit. If you're really getting into model kits, yeah, I should look into those God hand nippers. I'm drinking coffee, but I should drink some hot tea with honey. I've never ordered from Wish. I'm assuming it's like one of those things where you order it and it shows up completely different. Like ordering a Thanos glove and it just shows up as an oven mitt or something like that. I don't know, and I don't know how well protected you are with Wish either. If you don't get the item that you bought. Thanks. Mario says, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing either. AliExpress has some synthetic humans going. Yeah, and there are a lot of knockoffs on there too. If you see like a Japanese import figure selling on there for $22 or something like that, around that price range, it's pretty safe to say you're getting a knockoff. But I mean, they have real stuff. They have Mario. What's that brand that makes the police figures? Policemen, and they're like 100-ish US. They're a little bit shorter. They're like SHF scale. They have those on there at regular price because I think those are Asian based sellers and companies. And you know what? I think I will be investing in some God hand nippers. Mario has been sending me links on where and which ones to buy. So I just want to make sure I get a good one for these future model kits like K2SO, R2D2, PC6. I have to remember what the real name is because my kids call him Ati Duty. So obviously that's the name that I would go with all the time. It's a hit or miss on Wish. Wish is just a bunch of bootleg stuff. Yeah, I mean, is there a difference? Is it bootleg if it's just not an official company? Officially, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. That's fair. The old "you get what you pay for" saying. So I have this cod piece, and I tightly fit the parts as far as they will. Oh, right. These are the. I think having built a model kit before should have prepared me better to know what I'm doing. One would assume. So this is going to go all the way in because this little peg, this is the crotch, and then these will be the pegs that the legs go on. So we're just going to push that all the way down. Then grab another one, the same. Oh, chat's popping tonight, man. Thanks, everyone. What's everyone doing tonight? You building something? Just hanging out? Bjorn says, and the thing is, for non-Mandarin speakers, readers, Chinese language-based people, there might be a chance of you finding legit stuff that you cannot find in Amazon, Walmart. Here's the thing. There are a lot of, and I'll give you the tip. It's like there are a lot of third-party sellers on Amazon and private sellers, which are basically buying from these same factories like AliExpress, or maybe even from AliExpress as like the drop shipping. And then they'll charge you an extra couple mark it up. They're basically like getting your information, and then maybe they're ordering it super cheap and having it and then shipping it out, or drop shipping where it's like some fulfillment warehouse will get your buyer information and then ship it out to them directly. So Damn Toys is the one I'm talking about. Asian based company, I assume. You know, they're not officially licensed for anything, but they're a good company. They make good toys. You can get those legit ones. I hate using that phrase, but authentic ones on there. God hands are real nice. I mean, Jonathan, do you know where I can get some God hand nippers? I don't recall if Heroes World has any. I should stop by tomorrow. I know there's oh shoot, maybe I should check AliExpress. Damn it. Yo, I ordered so much stuff. I ordered, like, you can order 50 stickers of like a certain theme for like $5 or something. So I ordered some frozen stickers for my daughter, some dinosaur stickers for my son, and they'll have like 100 stickers, and it's probably, you know, it'll keep them off my back for about 8 minutes. You can get like real figures. They're probably a little bit more. If it's a hard to find one, it'll definitely be even more. But it's like, why would you buy, you know, I guess if you couldn't find the Clone Wars exclusives for Black Series, you can. I've seen those on AliExpress today. The USA Gundam store nippers are pretty close performance for. Oh, that just says USA Gundam store, doesn't it? I just thought it was. I just automatically assumed it was something in Japanese. USA Gundam store. Shit. I can't even laugh normally because of my voice. I'm so cheesed, but I really wish I could just get a full laugh at this USA Gundam store stupidity I just pulled off. Darth Gutierrez, man, I'm happy to have you here any amount of time you want to hang. Thank you. RMD Collective is packing for Vegas tomorrow. Dang. You can get lots of 1/12 accessories and props. You're right. Like dollhouse accessories, hella cheap on AliExpress. And, you know, I don't know for sure. Okay, I don't know for sure, but Extreme Sets, their little 1/12 scale wine things and beer bottles and beer glasses, I'm very certain that I've seen those same ones on AliExpress, and they're just buying those, and I don't know for a fact. I'm guessing. It's speculation, but it looks like it's the same stuff. Which, and you know what? It's a smart business move. Buy it for cheap, repackage it, sell it on your site. You instead of just selling Extreme Set dioramas, what would complement your product? You have a diorama. Props, right? If you're not going to manufacture those props yourself, outsource it from somewhere cheaper. And you know what? That's the game. So their stuff looks like the AliExpress stuff. And I'm not saying it's bad. It just they're still quality props. toying around. You can get God hand clippers. Panda Hobby. Yeah, I was gonna check out Panda Hobby. I don't know if it's super expensive. Yoko, how are you? Usa. Usa Gundam Store. How is my voice worse? Having two children who continuously ignore you and don't listen and having to repeat yourself all day. How do I type? Why is Yoko's name so long? I have to type live in. Oh my god, did you make me honey with hot water?
I did.
You're the best. I love you so much. With lemon? Oh my gosh, can you take this coffee though? Love you. Did you hear me through the floor or you're watching? You're watching and you made me Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. She's the best. Is she not? Wow. She's probably just sick of my voice. Oh my gosh. The Butter Baroness is the best. You can get Dassen model toys from AliExpress. All the Slam Dunk figures are like $50 Canadian-ish. Oh, Bjorn, when did you become a father? Congratulations. He says, defrost my Frozen stickers. I don't need sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead or July is over. A lot of American exclusives are normal release in Asia, so they end up on AliExpress. Ah. I thought you were channeling Jar Jar Binks. Usa Gundam Store. Hey, Brian, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dude, I was trying to tell my kids, clean up your stuff so that we can go to Toys R Us because Toy Rensu hid something from me. My man hid something from me. And I'm like, I want to go pick it up so I can get it for tomorrow. And so these kids just wouldn't clean. Say it like 5-10 times. Same thing. So I'm like, what? I'm going to take you to a toy store and buy you more stuff so that you can bring it home and not clean it? Hell no. So, you know, I was about to go without them, but I couldn't. But man, they were jerks today. Love them to death. And I wouldn't say they're bad kids. They're just not great at listening. And I'm sure there are some parents out there who will back me on that, I hope. What is this thing? Oh, there's like a little clip for their blaster on the side. A14. A1. This is A2. I really need that sprue tray thing for that's so cool. Mrs. Toying Around. That's right. She will be Mrs. Toying Around one day. Betrothed. Do you know how often I tell my kids I'm going to sell them? I tell them I'm going to sell them to the zoo, but they're too wild and nobody will take them. I got to make sure I cut the right part of this off. I'm scared. I'm very scared. All right, I should invest in the USA Gundam Store ones, maybe. Where is the cheesecake? Let's not push it, all right? Let's not. Hot. Hot. Ah. I'm gonna have to check AliExpress for some super mini PLA. Mini pla. Yeah, let me know what you find. So, I think the first time I did this stream, I talked about the Flame Toys Power Rangers. They had like a photo that they released. It was a drawing, not even a photo. It was a sketch of the Megazord, and I think they finally released like a picture. It might be a 3D model, but what am I supposed to do with this? This piece is... Oh, that's cool. A233. This stuff is so precise. It's amazing. And I think it's because when I do 3D printing using an FDM printer, it's not mine isn't calibrated that well. So pieces that are supposed to fit together, I often have to. They're often a little bit too big to fit into the size parts that they're supposed to fit into. So I I get weary of how well things fit together. But dude, these model kit pieces, they're fantastic. Toy Rensu says, "Yo, I just reset. Don't sales reset on Thursdays?" Oh, balls axe. I think you're right. And I used to work there. Bjorn says, "You need another kid 20." Shh, no, just skip ahead, fast forward. Nah, man. Nah, man. I don't want to go straight into the part where I need to support them out of school or something. Also, I have no rooms left, Bjorn. My toys over. I can't give up my toys to house you, unless you can live in the garage. But it gets cold here in the wintertime. That is such an Asian parent thing to say. I'm gonna sell you to the zoo. Maybe, it may be. Where are my Asians at? Tell me if that's something you've heard in your lifetime. I got the Power Rangers in Space Delta Megazord kit, but I'm looking do the Astro Megazord. I'm still okay, but it's like solar. I heard those super mini Power Ranger ones are crazy expensive now. So we'll see what Flame Toys is doing. Wait till the kids are teenagers. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine the headache they're gonna give me. I slept for 25 minutes right before this. I'm counting every minute that I can afford before I have to set up. So you can get so many HasLab Galactuses if you sell your kids. No, I like them. I just want them to listen. You know what I mean? It's not a tactic. Nerdy Curious says, I've never heard the selling to the zoo parenting tactic. It's not a tactic. It's just a statement. It's an observation. Like, I will sell you. Word of advice as a former teenage girl. Good luck. This is Nerdy from Nerdy Curious. If you're just listening, I'm not a former teenage girl. She says, good luck. I feel like boys are easier as teens. Girls are a lot. If TV's taught me anything, is I'm in for a wild ride. It's going to be a turbulent journey. Is that a good word for it? But you know what? I think what I kind of know what the plan is. Not what the plan is, but why babies are so cute. Because like they're so cute and adorable when they're small. Because you like just so you'll build this unconditional love for them, so that when they're like super ass annoying and trying later on, it's just like, but I love you so much. Like today, this kid wasn't eating, and I look over and he's just got his eyes closed, looking around. It looked like he was doing a Stevie Wonder thing, and it was so funny. I couldn't even get mad, but like, dude, eat your food, man. I slow cooked some pork shoulder, and then I slow cooked some pork shoulder, and I gave it to him plain in a wrap, like with cheese. Because I put my serving in some I forget what sauce it was. I think it was bulgogi sauce with kimchi, and I put mine in the tortilla, so it was like pulled pork tacos. And like they would never eat that. B11. The cuteness can be weaponized. Oh my god. It can. It really can. I don't, yeah, I'm not prepared for what's going to happen. All I can do is look to my cousin. He's like 6 years older than me, and his kids are like 6 years ish ahead of mine. So I usually see him as a cautionary tale. B11. B11. The other day, Paul said he this should be my that he likes this as my singing voice. Is anyone building anything? B11. That's a bingo. Hmm? What am I missing here? Yeah, that Toys R Us sale might be over, and I might have messed up on that one. Such is life. Such is life. Bruh, where does this go? Okay. The other day, I freaking went to, I think I dropped the kids off with my parents, and I really wanted lunch. I went to a patio to eat pho, like hot broth Vietnamese noodles. That was awesome to be on a patio again. Bjorn says 3K subscriber Kevin singing music video. Yo, months ago, I asked D Amazing to do a duet with me, and he said yes, because we both thought it would be a lot of fun, but I haven't heard back from him yet. Nerdy Curious, I have a work meeting in 10 minutes. I'll be happy to keep you entertained as you have nothing, if you have nothing else to do for the next 10 minutes. Jonathan is doing a Modoc cup noodle mashup, and I'm so excited to see what the hell is going on with that, because like I have Modoc and I built that cup noodle on Twitch, and you know I think I made the comment like, oh, he looks like it's about the same shape, and so the fact that Jonathan is making that right now, I don't know how it's going to come together like physically, but I'm very interested to see how it's going to look as a final product. If you finish that, and I want to share that on IG when I see it. Unboxing the Mezco Gambit tonight. Nice. That's the most messed up punishment you got as a kid. I mean, if I look back now, and from an Asian household, you had the bamboo stick. Whap! RG, what's going on, man? Toy Rensu says, I'm playing around with Shang-Chi and Wenwu while I should be making cake toppers. Oh, nice. I was going to do a review for Shang-Chi, and again, it's another one where it's kind of like just for me. Because obviously that one's out everywhere. But I couldn't find his staff. I don't know where I put it. 44 and 42. Bamboo stick, hell yeah, upon your backside. And, you know, I think I turned out to be a reasonable person. I don't think it's because of the bamboo stick, but I'm saying it didn't like mess me up mentally. But it's a different era now. It's a different time, and it makes sense to me that like you can seriously traumatize a child by beating the shit out of them for discipline. I get how messed up that is, and you know what? Maybe it's just a normal thing. It wasn't like beat up, like bloody. It's just a little whap. A230. This shit just get too dark right now. Bjorn says, when I was 7, I lied to my parents to get extra pocket money to buy Pokemon cards, and I had to kneel on one of those wooden. Oh my god, that's insane. That's like modified torture. It's so crazy. Had my ear bit. Someone bit your ear? I've never heard of that one. There's a Mike Tyson joke in there somewhere. Yoko says, I would have to do things like write, I will not talk back to mom. Oh, you got the Bart Simpson treatment. You had to write it on a chalkboard? You can't be wasting paper. Paper costs money. Okay, this belt is... Where's my light? Here. Kneeling is a... Yeah, I guess. Toy influencer toying around promotes selling kids to... Dang. It was a notepad. Very, very interesting. I feel like I missed something back here. Ruh-roh. That goes there. That goes there. The cod piece. Oh, no. That's normal. Yeah, so I guess the God Hand or USA Gundam store ones wouldn't leave these little marks here from the sprue when you cut them off. At the moment, I'm okay with it. But if I'm going to do more, it makes sense, right? A251. I'm not going to lie. This hot water with lemon and honey is really hitting the spot. My throat feels a lot better. How do I sound? Should I do some, like, you know, Boys to Men when they stop singing and the guy just stops and goes, baby. And he's just talking in a super deep voice. Standing in a corner. Oh yeah, my daughter was very familiar with the facing the wall. They're good friends. C4. So these are just regular flat panels. That's crazy. Oh, the spiky computer chair mats, the bottom that like dug into your carpet throughout the 90s. Yeah, I remember those. Those things are pointy. Art G says hangers, slippers, belts, a box, a fan, whatever was nearby. Hell yeah, whatever's closest. Slippers. I feel like I just turned this chat into like a Asian support group for Asians who misbehaved as children. Cool. These are little pouches that you can... So this is the crotch piece. And then these are little pouches that have just a little flat line there that goes right into one of these slots. It's funny if you threaten to sell the kids to the zoo. I think Yoko might have liked it. Now she's just going to go see lizards and animals all the time. Wild animals. Yo, you dodged the bamboo stick? My goodness, I didn't know you could do that. Yoko said, then once my dad caught me going down the rows writing all the... Yes! Then... Yo, that was me with all my Chinese school homework. You just write like that one part of the word first, and then you go down and you write the next line. That's hilarious. And I mean, they should really commend you for like efficiency. RMD Collective, in a Filipino household, you either get belt or slipper for punishment. Give us your sexiest oh yeah baby. That was it. I mean, I did say I love you to my fiance with this voice. That should be sexy enough, you weirdo. X-Acto knife is also good for the sprue marks. Oh, okay, but you know, again, you would need a sharp one, which I rarely have. Clip it farther from the model piece and use a fresh X-Acto. Oh, okay, that's a good tip. I don't recall Mario ever giving me that tip. Guy 796. I was really tired today, and I was thinking of a name, and then I was just like toying around studios, and then I'm like, oh, that makes sense. If I make videos and I do this and I do that, and then I was like, oh wait, now I know where I got that name from, so I had to stop. Marcus, yee. My parents just use hands. Fisticuffs. Stop Asian hate. I mean, uh, yes, absolutely. This was just a different era of parenting. Tommy K says, not just Asian parents, Eastern European parents just as nasty. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm not laughing at her trauma. I was laughing at her ingenuity, and because I've done the same thing. You broke your parents' bamboo duster they used to hit me in front of them. Oh, shoot. Did you do a mic drop? Just be like, bam. I really thought that that X-Acto knife statement was leading into a next level of parenting that I was like, oh shit, where is this going? I was so scared. X-Acto knife is also good, says Terrence. I thought that was going I thought that was more disciplinary tactics. Oh, that was just a very poorly placed statement amongst all the other punishments. Oh no. Oh no. That's hilarious. Kind of hilarious, but also really, really dark. I'm glad that wasn't just me. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. All right. I love all these pouches that this guy comes with. I don't know if you recall, there are actually two variations that you can use for this. From this one model kit, you can use a regular Death Trooper, and then I believe this one is the Specialist. This one comes with these pouches, the EpiPen pouches, and here as well, versus that. So obviously I'll go with this one. Yeah, this is turned. I'm gonna go to Twitch and change the category of this from makers to like emotional support group, if that's a thing. So many pockets. He has so many pockets. I'm glad. I don't know why Yoko spent so long pondering. Oh, I should have made a video for my theory, and just like just do it. And then she did it in about 10 minutes or something like that. It seemed like 10 minutes from how long she was gone in the conversation. And then she's like, okay, it's done. Just edited it together, and I'm like, there you go. So Yoko's theory, and this takes place in Black Widow. It does not. I don't know. I don't want to. Should I talk about it? I don't know if everyone here has seen Black Widow, and this isn't like a Black Widow stream that I've already had. It doesn't spoil the plot points. of the movie. But basically, there's an item in the movie that's a little bit out of place, out of time, and Yoko's theory has to do with time travel. Yo, Alex, what's going on? I mean, Yoko, Polymyth says don't spoil your video or the theory or the movie. I think one of those. Make everyone watch Yoko's video first. Get her those views. Time shenanigans. I mean, yeah, go check out Yoko's video. Yoko, should I just play it right now? I could do that. If I get a YouTube strike from you, I swear. Season 2 for Bad Batch, we're done. We're done. We're done. Yoko, does your video spoil anything for the movie or just your theory? Oh yeah, I pinned the link to order this t-shirt for everyone, in case you might be interested. Yoko. Thank God for autofill search. Oh, with the clickbaity title too, Yoko. Am I nuts? It's such a clickbaity title. Yes, I dig it. It's a semi-spoiler. I don't know. Oh, okay. Tommy hasn't seen it yet. Tommy hasn't seen the movie yet, I assume. So let's keep it, let's just keep it chill. Let's just relax. I will how about this? I'll paste the link to the video right here. Check it out. Go follow Yoko on YouTube as well as Twitch. Before you start that video, make sure you grab some, go to the kitchen and grab some tin foil, because this one's a little out there. A252. This one is a little bit more hectic than Darth Vader because he has so many pouches, so many different things. Mario says, "Oh, Alex is here." Oh, is there beef? Is there beef with Alex and 796 Studios? Let's air it out. I mean, we already got through all of our Asian trauma growing up. I really did not expect this chat to go in that direction. That was crazy. And I definitely did not expect that X-Acto knife comment. Oh my goodness. Dude, this Stormtrooper has so many pouches. Rob Liefeld would be jealous. Explain to me what to do with the tinfoil. Use it to cover up your ears so you don't have to hear the crazy theory. No, I'm kidding. It's apparently Yoko is not the only one who has noticed this and pieced this together. Not that I'm saying that it's correct. It's just other people have also reached this far. And you know what? Honestly, Yoko, I wish you had this video made already when I had my Black Widow stream, because that would have been the perfect place to dissect and bisect and trisect that theory without having to worry about spoiling things for people, because that would have been a funny discussion for sure. Your theory was born on was it on the Black Widow stream? I thought it was afterwards. All right, fine. That's fair. You can invite Brian Flynn to come talk about it because apparently he agrees with you. He thinks there's some legs to this theory. Did I put this in the right spot? B10. You love Alex. He's your biggest fan. Now that's... Whoa, what's going on? See, it's stuff like this that I don't get. It's like you put this little piece here on the back area, and then it's a hole, and then you just put another little piece of plastic inside to cover up that hole. Is it just to say, you know, there's extra pieces to do, or could you not have molded it together? Either way. Bring the tinfoil when you watch that video. Make a hat so the aliens cannot steal your brain waves. What's on your mind, grapes? I mean, that's cool. Either way, this looks cool. A251. So I posted a video earlier today, which Marcus referred to, and I just called it Clip It. I couldn't think of a catchy name. I guess normally if something, Yoko says something quotable or something happens, I'd be like, yo, clip it, you know, record it. So that was the reason for that. And it's just, if you don't want to sit through a 6-hour enabler stream or 2-hour unboxing Thursdays or something, I'll just throw a highlight out there. And I think the part with Brian that I uploaded today was probably some of the best of that conversation. Could be due to mold limitations for that. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. A251 and C4. So Richie and Jason, who are coming on tomorrow, they also do a Thursday stream with the two of them and sometimes another guest over on the Instagram. And I asked them to come on, and they're like, "Oh, that, you know, Thursday is when we go on at 10." But they were super nice. They're like, "Why don't we just go on yours?" And that'll be our stream for the day, to go on your YouTube, and they would help share it and stuff like that. I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool, you know. Really appreciate that." Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I lost a piece, but there's 3 of them. So, you know, I wanted to talk to them. Really excited for that. They'll be on. And I saw some toys that Jason has, and they're pretty cool. Like, it's a mix of a little bit of old stuff, a little bit of current stuff. You know what? It wasn't the best time to lose my voice in the middle of 1 month of content. I have to mime the rest of this month. I need more water. Work More or Less is on IG Live now talking about your stream. Whoa, trippy. So what do you think the limitations would be for this video, or for any videos on YouTube? Can I just put up because you know there are clips on YouTube of like old TV shows, and that have like hundreds of thousands of views, which obviously haven't been taken down for copyright or something like that. Do they just demonetize that video? Because like, if that's a limitation, should I just do a demonetized channel where it's just us hanging out watching videos together that are copyrighted? I shouldn't have jammed this piece in. That doesn't go there. I should have known that. heard it was 40 seconds. What are we talking about? Toy Rensu. So I think once this month is over and I kind of have an idea of what content I should move ahead with. Oh no! I missed out on an auction for Paul's card again. Fudge. Packers. 36 US. Dang it. And I saw it earlier too. I'm like, oh, I have an hour. Which I should have known that I would be on this stream. Kevin, you idiot. Idiot. Sometimes they take your monetization, sometimes they strike you. I strike you. And then he's able to kind of look more down. Let me see. It's really hard to do on the so something like that. And since his hand was up, I thought it would work well. It just looked like he was holding on to. This is Jason's thing right now. Video stopped. Wow. Kevin, there's another cheap. So I thought would be really how cheap, Tommy? And don't bid on it. Did you, Tommy? Did you get yours yet? I shouldn't tell people that I'm looking for it. Get stream sniped. David De La Huerta says, "Do you mind showing the pew pews?" Meaning their weapons. You can say weapons, or you can stick with pew pews. So here's the large, like, blaster, and it's actually in half. And you put the other half of it here. Oh, that's cool what he's doing. And like he's much closer, because at first I had him where his back was straight. What's up, guys? His back was straight, and it felt like he was like YouTube raid. 15 USD. How? Sort. Ending soonest. I mean, at one point, do I just stop this and have Paul sign a screenshot of Bad Batch Case of the Mondays? That would be hilarious. Oh, I found it. Thank you. You see the White Ranger and Dracon from 3.0 that was announced? Man, I can't. I'm good. I'm really good with 3.0, and they look beautiful. It's hard enough being a Ninja Turtles collector, where every set or every company that makes it, you have to buy 4. But then now I'm into Power Rangers, which I kind of played myself, but then you have to buy 6, 5, 6, 7 of everything. And so, you know, I have Lightning Collection, which I've gone so deep into that I had never expected to be that, you know, that far into the line, but I am. And then Super 7's coming out with really awesome stuff, so I'm going to need space for that. And and I'm not huge into 1/6 scale, as beautiful as those look. And they're priced really, really well. They're priced really well. I had to burp, but then I wanted to press the mic, but then I was afraid Terrence would think I'm farting, so I just... I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh, I watched Power Rangers Dino Charge. What's there, 11 or 12? So I don't know if Lightning Collection is going to cover all that. Oh, David was asking me about the the freaking guns. So you get this large. What are the E? Is this the E11? No, the E11 is smaller. That's for the basic troopers. And then you have a very short pistol with a scope. I don't know if there's supposed to be a barrel for this for somewhere else, because that looks really, it looks like a pistol that has a really long scope, right? Why would a pistol need that? But yeah. And then Mezco is doing power. I don't think I'm going to get into Mezco Power Rangers either. And I say that, I mean, I shouldn't, right? Because I said I wouldn't get that Mezco Wolverine. I'm like, I don't need another Wolverine. And then they showed it with all those accessories, and I'm like, yep, okay, take my money. So Mezco Power Rangers, I don't know. I don't know what they can do in terms of, like, you know, it's soft goods. It probably have some accessories. I don't know. I already got hit for the Mezco Casino de la Cucaracha today. I mean, it's James Bond themed. Gomez. Love me some Bond. Love Gomez. So, gotta get it. You gotta do it. Oh, I built the torso. Oh, I built the crotchular. Here we go. I really hope I have the right. There we go. Oh, that was a scary snap, but it worked. It's tight, but it still has a little bit of, like, left to right, forward, backward, turn. Oh man, this joint is so tight. That's crazy. I love it. How about Mondo 1/6 meme Wolverine? They should just call it Wolver meme. Still hoping for some Dino Fury and Lightning collection. Which one's Dino Fury? We have Dino Fury, don't we? White Ranger, red and blue? Am I mixing it up? Everything's Dino. I have to sing the theme song a little bit in my head to know which one is which. However, for Dino Charge, I do want Xeno Wing outside of the costume. Do you think Green Ranger from Mezco will open up pre-orders or project a release date this weekend? I don't know. Anything's possible. I don't remember when they said it might be going. I think they just revealed that they had it and the picture. I don't think they said when to expect it. But you know, it's SDCC weekend, SDCC month, and Mezco Con. I don't know how long Mezco Con is officially on for, but today was that drop, the Gomez, so that'll be cool. Wonder what the Mezco Green Ranger shield is going to be like. Hopefully it won't hinder articulation. And you know, what do? You want to make a nice looking shield, but then your guy can't move, can't do anything. You know, but Mezco is known for soft goods. How are they going to make it? Is it going to be foam to make it look like the TV show? You know, the season 2. No, not season 2. Well, the American style shield, the cosplay stuffy one. The Mondo 1/6 Wolverine is freaking incredible. I've always really liked how the Mondo stuff looks from afar. It's a little bit pricey for me. You know, the Batman looks great. The Mr. Freeze looks great. They make really cool posters. I can't afford them. But man, it's one thing to make a 1/6 scale Wolverine with a morph head. It had that slash effect for the claws. This is the claws from the theme song. You know, when he goes like that, and it's got the blue electricity coming through. So, you know, they kind of pulled that from the theme song and included it, which I think is really cool. But to have the packaging of him laying on the bed, you know, he was a little bit possessed. He's floating off the bed with the plastic, but man, that's crazy and that's ballsy. Props to Mondo for doing that. That's really, really hilarious. Because if you were into the animated series Wolverine, you would know that scene. You would know from that time. You would know that it's a meme now, so you'd get it, and that's who it's targeted towards. David De La Huerta says, "I love Death Troopers. That's the pistol and two rifles, one for the regular Death Trooper and the specialist. Beautiful. There you go. Hopefully, I was able to show it brightly. Shoot, I should get moving. Let's get moving. I love chat. Oh man, you guys are great though. What should I do? Toy farces, toy reviewer bingo. You said nice, nice and tight. Oh my. Oh, I should print that one out. That was an amazing post. Oh, Dino Fury is something else. Yes, that's right. Oh, Dino Fury is. I'm an idiot, and I knew that too because I'm watching it with my daughter. Yeah, Dino Charge has the same mold. Pudgy Pig updated to 58. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why Hasbro didn't do it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Packaging limitations? Do they have to build a whole new box for it? And that's too expensive? Do they already have too many Wolverines? Do they not think? I don't know. There's a million reasons for a huge company like that to say no. There are a million reasons to say no. It's hilarious to say. I mean, there's great reasons to say yes, and obviously Mondo's gone through with that. Where is that Wolverine meme from? So it's from the X-Men animated series that was on Fox, and there's a lot of great memes from that series, but that one is Wolverine in his costume, laying in bed, pining over, holding a picture frame, pining over Jean, and it's been used over the years, many times, many different situations. A player gets traded from your team and your team sucks now, or like missing out on a release, and then you just throw a picture of whatever toy you missed or shoe in there, something like that. But I mean, not, and it's not just that packaging. They've committed to even having that prop into the set. So that's crazy. I love it. And I love little things like that. Deep cuts, references, callbacks into the set. That's kind of some of the stuff that I really dig about Super 7 that they include in their sets. If it's there and the people who are working on it know what to add in, I do appreciate that kind of stuff. It's hilarious. C22. Look at this pouch. So this is going to go here across the abdominal area, and it's just going to be, he's going to be strapped up with pouches here. C22, C21. Imagine I lost my voice. Like I have a game this Sunday, and I'm pretty sure it's not against the same team. I hate that guy. I hate that pitcher so much. Hopefully it's not against him and I don't lose my voice some more. Gene! Morph! I hope I can easily change the photo in that frame. Hell yeah. Are you buying it, Jonathan? X-Men, there's another thing. You buy one X-Man, you're going to want everyone that goes with it. And where does it end? Where does it end? You can easily change the photo. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, you can just print a picture, cut it out to that size, and place it on top if you needed to, and change it around. I put Prime's missing enabler letters in the picture. Oh my god, you're a bastard. Oh, Alex, you didn't hear the pitcher that I hate? No, he's not good. That's the thing. So I'll retell it real quick while I'm building this. It's the guy cheers after every person he strikes out, and but he doesn't like when he's losing. He can be like down 4 runs, and in this situation he was down. The bases were loaded, 0 outs, and he struck out like the first guy in the inning, and he was like, "Yeah, let's go." And then my initial reaction, I actually threw my hands up and I looked around. I was like, "Is game over? Did we lose? Like, what's going on? What are you cheering?" So right afterwards, he gives up a grand slam to our pitcher, and the whole team, and the loudest being me, let him have it. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Same thing he did, but like 1,000 times louder. And and then he gave up a 2-run homer to the guy too. So, as a big FU, it's like, how do you like it? How does it taste, motherfucker? And basically, I lost my voice doing that. Not considering I have 10 more days of content or whatever it was that from that day onward. So if I cut this from the sprue a little bit higher and then shave it with an X-Acto knife. Yeah, I don't think these nippers that I got from my 3D printer can cut the thicker part of the sprue to cut it any higher. Yeah, if you get that meme Wolverine, I hope it's replaceable like a Reboxing Friday thing, because imagine spending $200 for how good that packaging looks and the setup, and then you have to destroy it. Then you have to buy 2. That would be tough. Finkster 1229. I've made the mistake of committing to X-Men from both Mafex and Mezco. Ooh. I'm trying to think of the releases that are out. How do they look together? You have Cyclops, you have Wolverine for Mafex. And Psylocke? Did Psylocke come out yet? And then you have like a Mezco Gambit, Mezco Cyclops, Mezco Wolverine, Bishop, Cable, whoever else. How do they look together? Alex says, I understand. Yeah, I threw it back. And then when we won, I just kept it quiet. I was just quiet. I'm like, this is afterwards, right? Afterwards, I was like, yeah, show him a little class. But dang, man. Like, cool your jets. You're freaking down how many runs? Cheer. Celebrate. Celebrate when you win. Celebrate when you win. Because how goofy do you look celebrating the first out? Mafex, Psylocke, and Jean on pre. Oh, so Jean's or Psylocke's not out yet. Oh, absolutely. And I'm not saying we're major league level, but there are it's conduct and sportsmanship that's part of the game. There's just stuff you don't do, and if you want to do it, be prepared for the consequences, which in this case was getting smoked twice by the opposing team's pitcher. And I've played in this league for 7 years. The guy's never changed. He's done that every year. Just shouting, acting like he won a game in like the first inning. I mean, should I just ignore it and be like, you know what, the guy has some confidence issues with his stuff. So if he doesn't have it, I should let him be happy. Or am I being too nice? This is cool. Let me get this light here. This part kind of wiggles. DK says build faster. Today's a building night. I will finish this. A2 for Death Trooper. I don't want Death Trooper. I want Fancy Specialist. A249. DK, when I finish this, I will hop on to Call of Duty and play with you. At which point you will promptly log off. And yeah, the guy's kind of a jerk, but he's also like, if it was just that, I wouldn't. Actually, no, I would still be pissed. But another thing that makes it even worse is like, he'll noticeably. He will tell. Okay, so in this league, we don't have umps because we don't have ump behind home plate because it costs more money, and these guys are all the teams in the league are too cheap to fork it over. So the catcher calls strikes, and understandably, you know what, whatever that may be, having to catch the ball, watch everything that's happening, stand behind someone who's swinging a bat, calling the right pitch. There are mistakes to be made. But this guy, he'll have his catcher just, if there's a questionable call from our catcher, this guy will be like, hey, he'll say out loud to his catcher, remember that pitch from that inning? Yeah, remember what to do when we're pitching. It's just like, dude, that's not how the game works. And he won't own up to like, oh, it's a missed call. He'll just be like, oh, you got one earlier, so therefore I have a freebie to use on your team whenever we want. It's like, no, that's not how this works. You don't bank it. So that, on top of that, being a showboaty asshole with nothing to back it up, it's like, hate this guy. Maybe he does have confidence issues, and I should just leave him be. Because I don't want to hate somebody. It just brings out negativity. It just amplifies negativity elsewhere in my life, and I don't need that. But when someone owns him for a grand slam, I don't need to be hating on anybody. He was put in his place. PCF. PC5. Yeah, that's what I figured. Don't cut the fat part of the sprue with the God Hand. I assume it's like any other blade. If you stress it too much or cut something it's not supposed to, it'll damage it. Polymyth with the valuable tips. Invaluable or valuable? It's like Dr. Nick on The Simpsons. Inflammable means flammable. I love that. That line will live on forever. Inflammable means flammable. You're right. Don't hate him. Feel sorry for him. You know what? I do, because I very loudly say in the game, I'm like, this is pathetic. I say, this is pathetic. I said, I'll say it to my teammate. And I mean it, but I'll say it loud enough so the douchebag can hear it. It's just like, this is how you compete? This is pathetic. It's $60 a game for an ump. And, so that'll be $30 a team. Between how many guys, it's like, it's not worth the headache. Just do it. But honestly, some of these dudes are, for whatever reason, they don't want to shell out the extra money for it. But, year after year, they will argue. I don't know. A126. And sorry, Mario. I think that'll be enough baseball talk for tonight because I really want Mario to stay. I do. Grand slams. I'm excited for the next Enablers episode. Catch up with everyone. because Mike's show is coming back. Mario is pushing towards YouTube. Prime's just Prime. Dang, I need some old man glasses. I'm starting to read things like this now, like at the angle. All right, so here's the upper thigh piece, and then there's two. I don't know the technical terms, so I'm just gonna say make it up as I go along. There's these two long hole pokey things, and then you stick on this joint that goes on. Oh no, this is not the thigh, this is the kneecap. So this is your double jointed knee. So this will have another piece there, and this sticky rectangle part will go into one part of the leg. This will go to the other parts. Valuable and invaluable is the same as regardless and irregardless. Exactly. Inflammable. Oh, I love Dr. Nick. And you know what? Even as I cheered, after that guy gave the grand slam and I cheered, a part of me was like, yo, we better get this win or I'm going to feel like a jackass for making all that noise and we lose. But thankfully we didn't, because the baseball gods are just. What a prick. I hate that guy. Oh, right. Feel sorry for him. Never mind. This part is so nice. This is the knee. Look at these lines. Oh, focus you. How do you focus on this? It's like, what are these grooves? It's ribbed. All right, so we have, and then so you have this texture here for the knee, which is cool. And then you have this shiny black armor. I'm never going to finish this in time, am I? Okay, let's go. Go, 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 go. I think I talked too much in the first one. And all the time. B25. All right. I've never bothered long enough to remember what's nearsighted and farsighted and what's all those different glasses are. But I think I'm reaching that age where I need some sort of different corrective lenses. Chalk it up to sitting all day for work in front of the computer, and then sitting all night in front of the computer, gaming or cell phone usage. PC 17. Star Marvel, what's going on, man? Do I end up painting and weathering the models? Am I gonna get into painting? I'm not a great painter, so I don't think I'm gonna. I have no plans to paint this. Like even all the 3D stuff that I've printed, I've rarely painted things. It just seems like a hassle. It seems like you need a dedicated space for it, which space is something that I'm very low on right now. Why is this not going in that piece? ¿Por qué? Come on. DK, what's weirder in Chinese? What was I talking about? Reading? Glasses? Ribbed knee joints? Finster1229, thanks for stopping by. It's good seeing you again. Yeah, I mean, Mario was super cool and hooked me up with an airbrush, but I really need to get it up. That's the thing. I got to get a setup, an area to paint. And I think if I do get that set up, then I could paint my 3D prints and print those and sell them pre-painted. It would be more valuable in that sense. All right, so here we have a shin, and we have a knee joint, and the knee joint has a little arrow pointing up, so it tells you which way it goes. So that's going to go in there. And then you have I can't tell which side is which. This way. Does that look right? That doesn't look right at all. I mean, the armor should be facing forward. Here we go. There we go. Much nicer looking knee. Kind of a kneecap shield there. Awesome tight joint. This is not a review, okay? That Toy Farce article was hilarious. So now B41 and PC20. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. A B41. All right. Here we go. B41 and PC20. Nearsighted and farsighted. Oh, right. It's backwards. That is backwards. Only Mario would write, "I'm currently laughing at myself right now," into a chat with other people. I recently sold one of my 3D printers, so I do have a little space there. So I previously had 4 printers, 1 resin and 3 FDM printers. And I bought my first 3D printer. Then that one kind of broke down. So while I was getting it repaired, and I was really in a groove at that time, and I had some sales, I had some orders to fulfill. So I bought a second printer, and made the money back on that one real quick, and then use that money to invest in a third printer, which was even larger. And that was the printer that I enabled Prime to the First to buy, and that's what pretty much kicked off the whole enablers thing. But then afterwards, orders kind of slowed down, and I got the first printer fixed, so now I have 3 printers, and I decided, one of them is just sitting around. So I sold that recently. But then in that time, I also got a resin printer, which is a whole different style of printing and setup and whatnot. So, oh, this joint looks nice. It's shiny. This is an ankle joint. That's crazy. That's so nice. Let's see. Do I have a kitchen? If I have a kitchen, I have a paint station. That's a lot. No, my kitchen is a mess because it's just so much stuff. Just the airbrush and gas isn't too bad, but if you want to paint indoors, I have to look into a table, booth, and fan. I would probably do it in the garage, which means I wouldn't be able to do it in the winter because it's so cold, which means in Canada, I can't do it 9 out of 12 months. You know what I mean? If you spray Prime outside, then you can just paint with acrylics at your desk. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Are printer repairs cheaper than getting a whole new printer? I would have to assume so. The person who helped me fix it was super, super nice of him and a huge fluke. A1. So I go into I go into an EB Games near my old work, and I was chatting about some of these props that they had, and I'm like, this is crazy for this price. Like I just mentioned offhand that um I would rather just 3D print it myself. And the guy who happened to be working there was like, "Oh, you 3D print stuff? What kind of printer do you have?" So then I just randomly started uh chatting with this guy, Mike at EB Games, who was a huge 3D print. He's not a huge 3D printer. He's a human. He was huge into 3D printing. How about that? So he's a 3D printer. Just imagine I'm talking and it's just going. So we got to chatting for a little bit, and he would tell me what kind of stuff is coming out at the store, kind of give me a heads up, things like that, and I mentioned that do you want to buy my printer? It just needs, and it wasn't even a huge fix. You just had to replace the hot end. But for the Ender 3 printer, you can't just replace it from the front. Like my Anycubic printer, all the wires kind of connect at the front. So I can just replace the hot end and then put the wires right there. Whereas the Ender 3, the plug is like back in the machine. So you have to feed it through all this stuff and take everything apart. And I didn't want to do that. So I was good with selling it. And Mike was like, he's done it before. He kind of knew the printer inside and out. So he's like, you know what? I'll fix it for you. And then if I can get it to work, then I'll decide if I want it or not. And it was super cool of him to do that. I bought him a bunch of beer for it. I didn't want him to just do it for free. Like I bought all this stuff. So that was my Ender 3. And he ended up fixing it for me. He didn't end up buying it, which is cool. He helped me fix it. And then he also, I think I gave him some filament too. Like he was a real cool guy, and it was just a total fluke. But it's crazy how stuff like that. It's crazy how when you think about some of the people you've met, and it's just like, man, in an alternate timeline, if this one thing didn't happen, like I never would have known this person. It's so crazy. If you believe in that kind of stuff, it's just like if something branched off in the timeline. Like my friend Kyle. It's like he okay, this is literally by chance. He was in one of my Unboxing Thursday streams and he won a prize. Answered a question correctly, won a prize. Excuse me. And this is cool, the shoes. You got the upper half and then you have the sole, you got to put it together. So Kyle wins a prize. In an alternate timeline, he doesn't answer that question right, or he doesn't answer before everybody, and he doesn't win. But in this timeline, our timeline, the best timeline, he wins, and we get to talking offline for a while, find out what he does. Is super awesome. Invite him on to Unboxing Thursdays, and he's pretty cool. And I tell him, I'm like, dude, isn't it crazy? If you didn't win that prize, I never would have met you as a friend or made a friend in you. Is that the saying? So yeah, it's kind of chance. It's just the multiverse is crazy, man. It turns out Kyle works at Super 7 and he's all into Power Rangers and stuff. How dare you, Terrence? I'll mute whenever I want. Polymyth says, I've met some really cool friends on Twitch. Crazy how 5 years ago I thought Twitch was dumb. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm new here, so new-ish. Made a friend in you sounds intrusive. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's only like Why would I? And you know what? Why would anyone watch somebody else open toys? Why would anyone watch anyone build a model? But is that all that's happening, or are we bonding? Am I making a friend in you? I mean, I never expected anyone to sit around and watch me build this. I never expected anyone to sit around and watch me open toys. Especially with my busted ass voice. Yeah, it's definitely all about the community. Tommy K, have a good night. Oh, 30 minutes. All right. Let me get a new playlist going. Oh, that other playlist is weird though. Are we bored of this one? Are we bored of this one? All right, we'll play the other one for now. The other one is like license-free lo-fi music, but sometimes it gets a little funky. Is that gonna match with my busted voice? Baby. Yeah. Yeah, then we randomly start talking about how we got our asses handed to us as kids. All right, ankle. So here we go. This is probably my favorite part of building the model kits. It's like putting together a leg. Is that crazy? Probably a little, right? But it's seeing how all this comes together. I put these joints together into the foot, into the leg. Oh, you didn't know music was playing? That's my bad. Why did anyone say? And like, look at all the awesome people I've met here on the YouTube, on the Instagram, the Butter Nation. So that's this leg. Now I have to flip it over to that side. A goes there. B, 38. And you know, it's another example of like, don't judge something until you've done it for yourself. You've tried it yourself. It's like going, well, why do children like to watch other kids play video games, play Minecraft? Why do you watch other grown-ups open toys? It's the same thing. And I never thought that I'd be watching box breaks on YouTube of people opening packs of cards, but here we are. I've watched a bunch, got back into cards, did a few box breaks myself, and it's just like, don't knock it till you tried it. That's all. I hear Yoko's voice in my head. Don't forget to check Twitch. So I'm looking up every once in a little while. I won a prize yesterday on Yoko's stream. Shout outs to Yoko. Thank you. There's some awesome prizes. At the start, there was even a Super 7 Ultimates Leonardo, which is crazy. And like, I already have one, but I was so tempted to be like, yo, do I need another? And you know what? I really don't. So I didn't go for it. Instead, I'm like, if I win, I'm going to get this Belle statue for my daughter, which I ended up getting. Thank you, Yoko. I'm sure there's some really brain-killing stuff on Twitch too. You know what? That may very well be. Another thing is like mukbang, like just watching people eat. um, which I don't get. But you know what? Watch me like do that one day. I know my fiance kept pitching that. You should do mukbang. You should just eat stuff. And I'm like, I don't really know if that's what for my audience. She just kept pitching all these ideas. Uh, so who knows? Maybe I'll do one day. Marcus Yee is posing some figures, some old ones you haven't moved around in a while. Awesome, awesome. Did you ever see the Bandai Batman at Toys R Us? I wanted one, but they look cheap. I mean, those were model kits. Oh shoot, I know I have one. Model kits of a cheaper quality. I have one, and I believe there were different levels of quality for those model kits, and they had like a Joker and something else. I have a crappy Batman one because I was working at Toys R Us at the time. I don't know. I just checked my shelf of Batmen and I don't see it. Maybe I threw it out because it had like a really, really crappy cape. It was just a piece of plastic. It was like a plastic sheet. It was a freaking. It was basically like a magic carpet that you would ride down the snow, down the hill in the winter. Crazy carpet. And it wasn't great. So, Star Marvel 76. I canceled cable to watch the YouTubes. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't work for a place where I could get cable for cheaper bundled in, I probably wouldn't have it. But sometimes it's okay to just throw it on a bit and watch it, not have to worry about streaming it from somewhere. Live sports, obviously, is a huge draw. Eating around will not be a great name. Yeah, and here's the thing. Marcus says, I've been getting to mukbangs again. It makes me hungry all the time. Why? See, I say to myself, why put yourself through that? But I'm also somebody who has watched like barbecue videos at work. And by that, I mean like people cooking meat and smoking meats and like making delicious briskets and ribs and that kind of thing. And it's just like, why do that to myself? But I have done that to myself. And it's not someone eating, but it's someone cooking. At least I kind of learned something. Now I'm hungry. And it always ends up, I'm like, I want barbecue. I want to go to, oh, what's that place? Smokes? Big Smoke? You wouldn't know if we're the audience until you try it. Oh, for sure. Oh, you mean for mukbang? I don't know if I feel comfortable eating in front of everyone. Messy eater. B43. Whoa, this part is crazy. I think they had a Halo one. Yeah, and I think a Halo model kit makes a lot more sense than Batman. But didn't they show off a new Optimus from Flame Toys today? This is interesting. It's just like plug this piece into the bottom of the leg. And now the leg. Mukbang is literally just, it does sound dirty if you, it's Korean, right? But it's literally just people eating on camera and you watch them. Nemesis Prime Flame Toys. Is DK still here? trying to find pictures of it. It was probably on Instagram. I don't know. Somebody had it on Instagram, I think. Probably Toy Migos. Toy Migos. Yeah, here it is. Let's see. Furai model Nemesis Prime G1 version. Available July 22nd during Comic-Con at Home 2021 at bluefinbrands.com. $90. Approximately 6 inches tall, 40 movable parts, 5 pairs of hands, 1 axe, 1 blaster. That's a model kit. Now, something like this, is this painted? I know this is probably done professionally with Japanese nippers. Is this painted though, Mario? Because I have no question that it can pose like this once you've completed it. I'm just wondering, look-wise. Celebrities, I feel like celebrities on Hot Ones are just like, they're just taking little nibbles. They don't want hot sauce all over their face. I mean, it's cool. It's a great looking kit, I think. Flame Toys Megazord. Okay, so this is the Flame Toys Megazord that they showed a picture of that I was talking about. Why do I gotta click 100 things just to get to the picture, Google? That was the original concept art, which already looks badass. And let's see if I can find... Yeah, it makes sense that they have all the companies have somebody paint the model kit, have a professional paint it up for their promos. What the heck? Iron Studios is doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers statues that are $150 each. But you can get a Zordon, which is good. Zordon is also 150 US. That's bad. But you can build the whole team, and it comes with some sort of command center base. That's good. All these companies are going all out this month. Not just like Hasbro, but Mafex, Mezco, and McFarlane throwing stuff in our faces. Yeah, I gotta get this kit. And I'll build it as long as it takes me, DK. Ulysses Ramos says, I think Hasbro can make a HasLab Megazord. I think Hasbro should make a HasLab Megazord. Come on. How much is a Super Chogokin, whatever, like $300 now or something? Get something like that, but huge. Really, really engineer it with nice looking Zords that, function and combine. Nice paint job. Don't mass produce paint like a Lightning collection or something. Like really, really get the premium paint on something like that. Hopefully it'll be it'll be really nice on the Sentinels. Omar Vasquez, what's going on, man? Omar Vasquez says dope. Shout out to Omar from the Butter Nation. Like a nice metallic paint, which the Sentinel appears to have. That would be sick. I'm still... So I bought three Sentinels, 2 for myself and 1, as an order to save shipping with my friend. And I messaged him the other day, hey, are you getting Galactus? And he's like, no, I can't do it. Like, Sentinel, X-Men, that's his thing. He that was a must buy. But Galactus, he wasn't huge with that growing up, and he's like, I don't think I'm gonna get it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm honestly in the same boat as you. I know how cool the character is, how cool it'll be to have a gigantic figure of it, but the FOMO, like, I really don't want to miss out on it. And we had a conversation, and it's just like, worst case scenario, worst case, you make your money back, you buy it, you test it out, you don't like it. Worst case scenario, you make your money back. Like 90%, you'll make money on it. And I'm not buying it to make money on it, but it's nice to know that if I change my mind on it, I don't lose money at the very worst scenario. So I'm like, okay, fine, sold. You convinced me. And then he said, wait, what? That's how easy it was to convince you? I'm like, yeah, I wanted to hear it from somebody who was kind of like in the same position as me, not emotionally or any other way invested into Galactus like that, to drop $3.99 on it. But based on these points you told me, that's good. That's a decent reason to go in. He's like, oh shit, that's all it takes? Okay, yeah, I'm in too. So he like enabled me, and then in turn enabled himself, which is hilarious. And also, do I get points for that? A123. But yeah, no doubt, HasLab Megazord would be incredible, which means that you would have to do a HasLab Dragonzord after. And then what? Do you also have to do a Titanus as well? Who knows? But and there will be people who complain, oh, more Megazords. Why can't we get this? Why can't we get this other Zord? And it's like, if you think about it, it's been around in North America probably the longest and the most recognized Zord. So there's a reason that it's been made so many times and continues to be made so many times. Same with people who complain about Mighty Morphin. I get it. It's not the only Power Rangers series, and it's not the best, but probably the most recognized for people who weren't deep into Power Rangers all these years, which, you know what, I wasn't either until recently, and I started trying to watch everything. So in that sense, Power Rangers Megazord would be the most likely candidate for Power Rangers HasLab. And I'd be down. I'd be so down. How many enabling points does he get for Galactus? $3.99, baby. My wife was like, if you get Galactus, you should get 2 and sell 1. She is the best. That counts as permission to buy, right? Yeah, I mean, if she didn't say no, that's permission to buy. Hey, Omar Vasquez, thank you for the super chat, man. We're just hanging. But Omar says, what's up, Butter Nation? What's up, Kev? Hope you're doing good, man. You killed it this month. Thank you so much. It's not over yet. 10 more days. 10 more days. It's not over yet. This model kit is not done yet. But I am definitely grinding and hustling and, learning new stuff, getting in the groove, figuring out new techniques to make things work better, faster. Thank you for the super chat again, by the way. And just knowing what I'm capable of, what I enjoy doing, what other people might enjoy doing. Oh my God. All right, I know this is... I need to set a timer for this. All right. But hey, Omar, thank you so much for the super chat. You rock. Doing HasLabs for every main Zord would be difficult, but saving the HasLabs for other things like Dark Spectre or even Serpentera, that might be. Dang. That's a good point. I mean, if that's the case, Hasbro's already put out a Megazord that you can buy. You can buy the individual Zords, and it'll build the Megazord, or you can buy it put together. And if that's the case, and then you do a HasLab for Dark. Did I say Dark Scepter before? Losing my mind. Omar Vasquez says, Dragon Zord greater than Megazord. HasLab don't at me, though. I mean, it's cool. I love those finger missiles he shoots out. PC 17. But, I mean, do you think the guy from Star Wars actually leaked the Star Wars HasLab? Because I was watching it, and oh man, I felt so bad for him. I was kind of laughing, but I felt so bad. I think his name's Patrick. I hope he didn't see. He said that, and then there was a statement from StarWars.com that says like, "Oh, it's likely going to be the Rancor for the Black Series, HasLab," which is fine. It would be cool. Because what my thinking was, they had a 3 3/4 scale Rancor, and I'm just wondering if you already have it sculpted and modeled, do you just blow it up in production, or do you have to add joints at some part? I don't know. I'm not a toy maker. I'm assuming that some of that could be reused, and I'm not saying Hasbro doesn't reuse things, but from a business perspective, if you have paid for a sculpt and you can reuse it in a decent way, why wouldn't you? It saves money. But again, hypothetical. What do I know? I'm on this side of the collecting. His face said it all. He can play it off like it was on purpose, but he slipped. He's like, he was like the Rancor or whatever the Black Series item may be. I was like, oh no, it feels so bad. I feel so bad. Probably me from like a year ago would have been like, did you see that? He revealed it. And I probably would have plastered it all over all over whatever socials I had. But, having talked to a lot of people who worked on toys who are in this industry, having talked to them, have a lot of respect for people and what they do. And it's just like, you know what? They put a lot of work into that stuff. They're just human beings. It's easy to just laugh and be like Homer on this. He's like, look at that. Did you see that jerk? He dropped all his note cards. It's like, I get that part, but it's just, it's somebody's work that just got exposed. I've never talked to Patrick, but I get the implications of what happened. It sucks. It's still funny though. Damn it, I'm an asshole. 20. Yeah, and you know what? Who's to say if I were ever in that position, or if I'm in this position, and I had some kind of information like that, who's to say that I wouldn't accidentally mention something? I've had some stuff that was embargoed and NDA'd, and I couldn't say anything. And you know what? I get, with all this stuff going on, people asking you questions, you might misspeak. I called Mario, I mixed up 796 and High School Creations earlier. It could be something as simple as that. You're thinking of one thing, but wanting to say the other, and then the wrong word comes out. Next thing you know, your entire surprise Kickstarter plan is posted on the internet all over by Yakface and whatnot. Oh, Mr. Studios is calling his lawyers, but he calls me Hollywood. Please, please. But you know, if are they going to make a HasLab with every property they have? If they do, are they going to make a G.I. Joe HasLab? I'm sure somebody would like that. An actual Cobra Island? Or that USS Flag as a HasLab? I feel like Alex, if he's still here, would be into something like that. Man, I really need better. Yeah, these little bits are kind of getting to me. Maybe it's one of those things I didn't know it was a problem until someone pointed it out to me, and now I definitely want new nippers. HasLab his tank would be awesome. Toy Malarkey says, I can't wait for a G.I. Joe HasLab project. Hell yeah. I mean, I don't think I would back it, but I'd be happy for everyone who wants it, and I hope they get it if it's a thing. But yeah, Power Rangers. Give me a command center. And a command center where like Zordon, Doug Ford, Zordon, and Alpha can like just kind of slip in there. But I mean, would anyone really need a $400 playset of the command center? I mean, it's just a couple of computers and a bunch of lights thrown together. PC4. My eyes. Here we go. Toy Malarkey says USS Flag or Terror Dome would be unlikely, but I'd love a Night Raven. Yo, what if Ninja Turtles... What if Ninja Turtles did Technodrome? I always forget... Technodrome, but like crowdfunded. I wonder who would have the rights to that. Playmates? Would Playmates even do that? Playmates would probably be like, here, have a remake of the original Technodrome. Technodome. God dang. Technodrome. What the hell was I saying? Technodome? I mean, it makes sense. It's a big circle. Anyway. Crazy man talks to himself. As a result of bamboo stick childhood. Okay, so we have the other leg, the upper, the knee, and the foot. And now we put it together. Here we go. Shin. Shoe. Oh, something wasn't snapped in properly. And like this is the knee, or this is the ankle articulation. That's all right. This has the up arrow here, so it goes that way. Nice. I don't collect the 6-inch Joes. I have all the 3 3/4 25th anniversary and a USS Flag. The 1/12 will never be made. It'd be over 10 feet long. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was one of the really funny comments from on Instagram. Someone was like, "Oh, but this Galactus isn't to scale." It's like, dude, you gonna buy it? You gonna buy it if it was in scale? No. So like, yeah, we get it. It's not in scale. Some things aren't going to be in scale for that reason. So like, chill. I thought, oh my god, that was a really funny comment. Like if it was in scale, he all of a sudden be like, then I'd buy it. That was the only reason holding him back. Like, no, please. But yo, Omar, thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. That's gonna go towards the loop deck for sure. 80s baby, what's good, man? What's good, Dario? How you been? Anyone would have the right. No, Nickelodeon owns TMNT, so whoever's making them now can make anything. I would think. Dario, TMNT licensing seems so specific that like I wouldn't. I'm assuming it would have to be a cartoon specific Technodrome. And who has cartoon license? It's NECA. NECA has the cartoon turtles, right? What would Super 7? Super 7 seems to be focused on remaking the toys, the classic toys. So if they make it based on the classic toy, would that be their area? And they're not averse to crowdfunding. They have the Thunder Tank. Because Playmates is remaking the same stuff over and over, rehashing it. Justin Scadam says, these trooper kits are a lot of fun to build. I need to finish my first order custom at some point. Let me see. Here we go. And what's going on? Minnesota Wild Hockey 2021 says, what are you building? This is a Bandai. Well, let me switch this around. 1/12 scale Death Trooper from the Star Wars. Sorry, I just got to check this thing real quick. Duh. All right. Playmates make a crappy Technodrome for the second Michael Bay TMNT movie. If anyone, NECA would have the best shot at making one, but that would be too massive. Right, because NECA has, if it's like a cartoon, and this is pure speculation. I don't know anything for a fact. But if you look at what types of products these companies are making, the licenses, I'm assuming, is based on scale and what kind of property it is, what version of. So like NECA is doing video game, cartoon, and movie, right? In the 7-inch scale. Super 7 is doing like remakes of the toys. I don't know what other areas they can delve into. They can make the reaction ones, but those are reactions of previous action figures, I think. So are they only licensed to remake, specific turtle toys? I don't know. Again, speculation based on what's available on the market. Alex says it's a generation-specific license, so NECA gets the Toon and the 90s movie Turtles, Super 7 vintage toys, and Playmates can do whatever they want. Playmates can do whatever they want since they have the master license, and what do? It's like, in my opinion, let every company that they license out make better toys than they do. Like, how many times can you reissue red bandana original Turtles in different packaging, original figures in different packaging? This time in a party wagon, this time in a pizza box. I don't know. I don't know what Playmates is doing with that. Or maybe they're making enough money for these other companies to be like, you know what, we're good. NECA also has Mirage comic turtles. So yes. And then, Pops have movie and whatever, but those are a different scale, a different price point. I don't know if they're considered statues and not action figures because they technically don't have any moving parts. It's a lot of stuff to factor in. Unless I'm at the table negotiating on behalf of Playmates, I could only guess. I wouldn't know for a fact. What's up, Fred? Congratulations. That was a weird way to say it. Congratulations, Fred, on your acceptance. Is it called an acceptance or your entry? Are you officially becoming a member of the 501st Legion because your cosplays are so killer? Hell yeah. Happy for you, man. The rise of the TMNT line based on the last cartoon was actually their best effort. Closest they've ever come to being cartoon. So that was the recent one where it's like Fat Splinter. Is that Rise of the TMNT? You know what? I couldn't get into that for myself, and I would have given it a chance if my kids wanted to watch, but my daughter was like, "This is scary," so I'm sorry. I had all the Playmates toys from the previous show, and I thought that line was pretty good too, because they made a lot of villains. Like they went pretty deep into those villains from that TV show. Was it 2015? So that line was pretty great, and I had most of them except for April O'Neil because I was just like, for whatever reason, I was like, this is weird buying an action figure of a teenage girl. So I didn't buy it, which was dumb because I was like, I need the whole set. Um, but I ended up selling the whole set anyway because they were just sitting. They were basically unopened. But you like they had Mouser packs. It's like a pack. One single pack had multiple Mousers inside. So if you were collecting and displaying and getting them for photography, like that was a really really good set. And then they had 2 packs of like the Ninja Turtles as toddlers, so they'd be smaller, and then you have 2 of them. They'd have still the mask, and they were smaller. And I thought those were really cool. So that line went pretty deep as well in terms of covering villains, other characters. So I think they did very well with that line, in my opinion. The only thing that I missed was that they didn't get to was Ice Cream Kitty, which was Michelangelo's pet. It was if mutagen mutates you to the last animal that you were in contact with or closest to, and it's Ice Cream Kitty. So a cat was next to a pile of ice cream, and it mutated. It's basically a warped blob of pink ice cream with a head and a tail and arms. And every time Michelangelo would open the freezer, it would just be like, "Wah!" And it lived in the freezer. Ice Cream Kitty. And you know what? Ever since I got into 3D printing, one of the reasons I got into 3D printing was I wanted Ice Cream Kitty as not even if it wasn't articulated, if it was just a single model that I could print out and have it on my desk in my collection, it would have been so good. But nobody's done it. And until I learn how to model in 3D, nobody will ever do it. I think they had prototypes of Ice Cream Kitty too. It was supposed to come out, but it's so ridiculous, and I want it. And that show was really good for me because they made a lot of references to the old series of Ninja Turtles. Sometimes when Michelangelo got excited and his reaction would change, his face would actually change into the 90s turtle Michelangelo animation, which is pretty cool. It's not even a callback, it's like a straight usage of that art. Let's see. 2012. Is it 2012? Not 2015? Fat Splinter was pretty cool. Raph is the leader. I don't know how I feel about that, even though Raph is my favorite turtle now as an adult. 2015 and 2002 lines were great. Fred says, I came very close to buying TMNT Lego minifigs today. That's another thing. I think TMNT was with Mega Bloks for a while, and then some other brand. And then I think they went over to Lego. And it's just like, man, their licensing is, they'll just jump to wherever. Those Mouser packs are nice, dude. Yeah, there was one episode where the 2012 Turtles went into a different dimension and met the 1980s or the 89 90s Turtles. Awesome. Yeah, it was a great series. It was a great series. And those Revoltech Turtles based on that series for a while were my definitive, not definitive, but like my main turtles in my collection. Because NECA hadn't made the 7-inch movie turtles yet. At that time, I think they were still just quarter scale, which would have been collecting all four like over 700 Canadian dollars, which is BANANAS. So, you know, I was really heartbroken at that time. It's like, man, I'm never going to have the space or money to have 4 quarter scale turtles. And you know what? At that time, I didn't know Sergeant Bananas yet, and he was making killer photos with that quarter scale Leonardo on Instagram. And those things, the sculpt is there on those, and the paint, you know, it's NECA, but you know, it'll look good for sure. But he was putting them in photos that just made them look beautiful. And man, the first time I had Johnny on Unboxing Thursdays, I like had to really praise him for that photo. But finally, they made them in 7-inch scale. Another thing, it's like you have the sculpts, you have all the tooling and all that stuff. You just shrunk it down into 7-inch scale, made everyone happy. You know, I went in on all those NYCC 4-packs and whatnot, you know, and then they kept releasing it as regular. And that's fine. I'm glad everyone can have it. I might have overpaid, but I didn't want to miss it. I didn't want to miss those NECA turtles. So until those came out, the Revoltech cartoon turtles were like my best one in my collection. At that point, my mindset was they had a lot of articulation, they looked great, they had different expressions and accessories. So, and obviously they were better than Playmates or whatever was being made. Do I still have the Revoltech turtles? Yeah, I do. Justin says, I wish I jumped on getting Revol. Well, I think they reissued it, which is cool, but then I think that reissue is long gone now as well. I know people were fire selling them. Well, not fire selling, regular selling a little while. But they're fantastic, man. And they have like those hilarious cartoony faces that you can swap on. I think I'm gonna finish this arm and then call it a night because I gotta give these pipes a rest. These pipes. I've been rewatching Arrested Development, and man, Will Arnett has such a great voice, such great comedic delivery. Arrested Development, first 3 seasons, I've probably watched 8 times over. I have them in Mario, and they might be the best Turtles figs ever made. Mario? Oh, I have them Mario, not I have them and Mario. I'm like, Revoltech Super Mario. It's a me. 796 Studios. Wahoo! I can't even do it properly. Dang. Wahoo! Ah, dang. Can't even do the voice. There's always... What's up, Trevor? Yes, there's always money in the banana stand. There is a 3D printable... it's pretty genius, actually. It's a banana stand coin bank. So you got to 3D print all the parts and put it together, and it's an actual coin bank that you can put coins in. But I just don't have the time to print all the parts and make and paint them. PC 14. Arrested Development. Okay, so if you love Arrested Development, Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes have a podcast called Smartless, which I listen to. I try to listen to every week. If it's a good guest, then I'm definitely in for it. And it's something about Jason Bateman and Will Arnett's relationship. It's very strange. It's like, but they're so perfect for each other that it's beautiful. And then like it's just a great show. You should check it out if you have time for a audio pod. Like last week they had on LeBron James, and it's so freaking funny because like it's LeBron James, and then those guys, Jason Bateman, like the three of them, they'll just go after each other. And at one point, Sean Hayes was talking about how he used to play basketball, and then Will Arnett can't stop laughing. He's like, "Hold on. I'm just trying to get through this." He's like, "You're telling LeBron James about playing basketball," and they're just laughing at him. And it's a 5-minute question. It's like a 5-minute setup to a question from Sean Hayes, and at the end of it, Jason Bateman and Will Arnett are just making fun of how long the question is. It's like, this better be a good one. Here's the buildup, and then they would start pitching really bad questions where the payoff sucks. It's like, so what's your question, Sean? Is it like, so how do the players decide whose mom brings the watermelon slices or the apple slices for the game? And like they're just riffing on each other and just pitching all these different like stupid answers, and it's so freaking funny. And I understand that me retelling it just butchers it, but hopefully it's check it out. And the cool part is they're doing a tour. They're doing a tour. They have a guest every week as well, and one of the hosts brings on the guest that the other two don't know about, and that's the gimmick, I guess, the shtick. So they're going to be visiting different cities, and they'll be having guests who we won't know about, I guess, as the the audience. Idiot. Illusion, Michael. A trick is something a whore does for money. Yeah, the podcast is great. They're coming to Toronto. The Toronto tickets sold out so fast. They're going to do a late show. I don't even know if I can get it, but I would love to see them. It's down at Massey Hall here in Toronto. But yeah, check out that podcast. And in some ways, it's like when I listen to it, how funny it is. It kind of be like an inspiration to do kind of unboxing Thursday. Just knowing how to talk to people, how to keep things moving, kind of questions that people are interested in. I don't know if that makes sense. An influence. Where does this part go? But yeah, I think I need to call it after this. My my voice is my pipes. Oh, that clicks nicely. And I got to save some for tomorrow. B23. I'll definitely finish this arm. For the model kit, if you are still watching right now and you are able to, type into the chat, would you like to see, as the next model kit after this one, if I ever finish it, would you rather see the R2D2 or K2SO? Like this. Here. I mean, I feel like the fan favorite would be R2, but I did buy K2 first. And if I don't finish this, if it takes me this many attempts to finish the Death Trooper, was with all the parts that R2 has. Like he's got all his different tools and gadgets that you can fit in. I don't know if they all fit in at the same time or if you got to take some out to put another piece in, but like the top dome comes up and there's stuff going on inside. You can open a panel and the lightsaber is in there. So it's got, why am I trying to recount it? It's right here. It's got, this is the rocket booster version. I don't know if this is another R2 version that has the Jabba sail barge kind of bartender R2 to get those parts. But it looks like this one has all these different tools and interfaces that he uses to attach to computers and hack them. See, the top part of the dome comes up. Toy Rensu says R2. Justin says, have you built any of the Star Wars droid kits? I have not. So I've done Vader. Does Vader count? If Vader counts, then maybe I have. R2. Matt Logic 44 says K2SO. Bruh, what is going on here with all these parts? Okay, I'm almost done this arm. If I finish this arm... Okay, if I finish this arm, do I just finish the other arm anyway? That would be silly, right? Whatever, I'll finish this arm. My throat is starting to scratch. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to do voices while I was doing this. Oh, well. Excuse me. Je m'excuse. PC 13. I need 2 of those. And A1. What? Oh, A116. Scared the crap out of myself. So we have 1 for R2, 1 for K2, 2 for R2. All of these are going to confuse me. RMD Collective says you're finished packing. Oh, cool, man. Have fun in Las Vegas. Thanks for stopping by. Another vote for R2. 3 R2. Jonathan says mash them up. I don't know how to do that. That would be insane. R2 with arms and legs. Oh, like that, like on Bad Batch. Matt Logic says, oh, you've built R2, so you would like to see the other droid. Very well. Darth Gutierrez says R2-D2, of course. Toy Malarkey says K2. R2 has extra parts. Most of the astromechs have interchangeable parts. It'd be cool if you could fit them all inside like a Mr. Potato Head. Mister. The bar pieces come in the other droids kit. Oh, okay. Mario, RMD Collective is packing to go to Las Vegas. I'm assuming it's soon. Man, flip a coin. Should I download a coin flip app? I used to have that on my phone because I hated carrying change. Isn't that ridiculous? A117. Man, this has been really chill. It's almost 3 hours? What the heck? How did it fly by so fast? That's awesome. Did I really chat for 3 hours just to... See, I don't know how like Unparalleled does it, or when Jay Hernandez was on, how they're able to go basically one-on-one with the chat. I know there's more than one person in the chat, but you're essentially it's you and the comments. And to keep that going, keep that entertaining with just the comments. I couldn't do that. The dead air is deathly frightening to me. I avoid it as much as I can. But that's me. So props to those guys who are able to do it. And for like what Wade goes for like hours at a time. So props to them. Okay, I got the elbow. I've got B31 and PC15. I'm going to need more water after this. But oh, my sticker fell. You can get some logo stickers on the site, toyingaround.ca, or if you buy some shirts, I might sometimes throw some into different orders. B31. Drink some. Yeah, I had some tea with honey. I already finished it because I've been sitting down here for damn near 3 hours. But I gotta hit up that Toys R Us tomorrow. Getting childhood trauma off. Yeah, yo, what the heck, man? That was crazy. That was so crazy. So this is cool. So this is the arm. This is the forearm or the wrist, and then this is the socket for the hand joint. So it's literally like a ball socket. Oh, there's enough light, and then you gotta just push it in. That's it. You close up the hand, and then you have your wrist joint right there. Super cool, super easy. B33. You sunk my battleship, but it's again. And when we talked about this earlier, you don't know how it is until you've tried it. I didn't know I would like building model kits until I started doing it on here. I didn't know other people were into model kits, which is super naive of me. I will own that and admit that. It's just like, oh, yo, I'm the only genius that thought to build this too. Like, no, that's not the case, Kevin. I have bicep. I have elbow joint. And again, this elbow joint also has those little groovy grooves. Does this have the up arrow? It does. Man, can you believe like the last really good James Bond collectible was like 1/6 scale? Have you seen those? Soft Goods, Sean Connery, and Auric Goldfinger, and Oddjob. Totally should have bought those. But again, I don't have. If I bought 1/6 scale James Bond figures, I would totally buy them. Drink some whiskey. Yeah, I might have some whiskey later. Let me see if I can find it. 1/6 James Bond. James. I mean, Connery Bond. Is there anything better? I mean, yeah, it does suck to look back in 2021 and look at James Bond like slapping women, or like the one getting out of the bathtub and he just hands her some shoes or something like that. It's just like, yeah, that kind of stuff would fly back then. But I guess not now. Why my page not loading here? What is that company called, man? 1/6 James Bond. And I'm not talking Sideshow because those are not great. I think I have. Who do I have? A Pierce Brosnan? No, I have a doc. No, I have a. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Here it is. This looks freaking good. It is loading. Loading. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Forget it. I'll post it on Instagram later. Guess I'm just gonna kind of wrap it up a little. Thank you everyone for hanging out this month so far. So earlier this week, so on the weekend I put out some reviews. I was able to record 2 reviews and then edit them, space them out for the times this week. I did the Mythic Legions Balius, which is a horse. And that was Saturday. That was Sunday. Saturday, I did the Taskmaster review. Monday, I was able to do a episode of Bad Batch Case of the Mondays, and big shout outs to Yoko and Paul, who was at the cottage vacationing, but he still wanted to pop in. He's like, I like chatting with you guys. So I'm like, yeah, of course, man. Happy to have you there. And we'll see. Hopefully we'll get Paul back with better internet next week. That was Monday. Tuesday, I put out my Marvel Legends She-Hulk review. If you are watching on Twitch right now, you know, some of those pre-recorded stuff isn't on Twitch, but if you're into figures and action figures and whatnot, the YouTube is youtube.com/toyingaround, same as Twitch. Or if you want to follow, you know, toy news, some pictures that I take, stuff like that, I'm on Instagram @toyingaround. Tomorrow, you know, today's the live build session. Tomorrow, I mean, it's midnight already. So on the 22nd, Nose Rain, 9 p.m. Eastern, work more or less as well. Both of those gentlemen, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Is that 8 Mountain? I don't know how Mountain works. Is it an hour behind Eastern? But come check it out. It'll be here on YouTube. It'll be here on Twitch. I'm gonna have some awesome stuff to open. Those 2 dudes are great photographers, so please, if you're interested in that kind of thing, come through, subscribe. This ball joint was really tough. I had to really power up my... But yeah, you know, we'll probably talk about some new toys that came out too. Just want to get their views on them. Where's Christmas in July? We'll figure out something Christmas in July, Yoko. We'll figure it out. But that's the schedule so far this month, and there's 10 days to go, right? I mean, 9 now, -3, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7? Where's my maths? 7 days of content to create. You know, if there's anything that you particularly like, let me know. Anything you want to see live on, continue going forward. Don't be shy. Anything that sucks, like this right now, you know, I prefer you tell me how to fix it, but you can tell me if it sucks. I'm open to criticism. I know this ain't perfect. I know my voice isn't perfect either right now, but I should stop blathering because I might lose my voice. Yo, what is up with my internet? Last but not least, I've pinned this comment here on the YouTube. This doesn't even work. You can grab this shirt, pre-order it until August 8th on toyingaround.ca. It's right on the banner on the front, or you can just check out the store. There's other stuff in the shop. I'm going to be adding more things. just toy related stuff. Just because I like toys. I like what we're doing. I like what we're doing. We're collecting. That's why I like talking with everybody. We're chatting here. I like chatting with everyone who comes on Unboxing Thursdays. Oh, Nerdy Curious is back! Yay for merch! I need some better butter designs. Butter. So I hope everyone is having a good night. And if you're on some sort of time zone where it's not nighttime, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Probably like Chamba in Australia or something. West Coast people, enjoy your evening. I'm gonna go have some honey, have some lemon water. Take care. Stay safe. I'm gonna try to take care of myself. I'll be back tomorrow night. Thank you for watching and keep toying around. Peace. Oh, that's a bingo right there. Peace.